I was very disappointed to see that Jimmy Dore made a video with Caitlin Johnstone, who's basically this person who is this kind of, underground left-wing journalist, I guess you would put it. And she's someone who had pushed the idea of allying with Mike Cernovich and people like Mike Cernovich. So, I wanted to read to you guys what she had wrote here. She wrote, this is from an article basically talking about how we should and why we should ally with people like Mike Cernovich. It says, I made a tweet a couple hours ago about U.S. warmongering in the mainstream media, and according to my notifications, the very first person to retweet it was alt-light hero Mike Cernovich. Alt-light is wrong, he's alt-right. To be frank, I think a lot more people on the anti-establishment right understand this need to collaborate than those on the anti-establishment left. Cernovich and I probably disagree on more things than we agree on ideologically, but where we do agree, it's absolutely stupid for us not to work together, because you can be damn sure the establishment Republicans and Democrats are working together to advance the agendas of the deep state. Anyways, that's kind of the meat of the whole situation. So saying he's alt-light is incorrect, first of all, and I made a video about this shit before, because it seems to be that a lot of the kind of smaller left-wing channels and journalists and just smaller audiences seem to have this just really like almost Alex Jones level type of shit going on. So Mike Cernovich had sent out a tweet saying that he went from libertarian to alt-right when he realized that diversity was code for white genocide, which white genocide is not a thing, by the way. Diversity is not white genocide, and he frankly admitted right from his own words that he's alt-right. So he's not alt-light, he's alt-right. And when it comes to the disagreement, it's different, because the fundamental disagreement with the alt-right and the left is not a lot of alt-righters actually are down to have things like social programs and all that type of stuff, but they only want it for white people. So there's not really that much disagreement when it comes to that policy. But when they're disagreeing with us, it's in principle, it's fundamental, because saying shit like diversity is white genocide is a misnomer. It's a fucking misnomer. That's not something that is tolerable. You can't say that diversity is white genocide, because it's not. And it doesn't make any sense. That's not something, tolerance and diversity and acceptance is not something that you can compromise on. And the reason why they're more down to compromise is because they don't really give a fuck about healthcare and all this shit. Again, like I said, they're down to have that, but just for white people. So I'm really disappointed that Jimmy Dore did this video. I was really, surprised. I was like, what are you doing? This type of shit is just ridiculous, and I've talked about this before. It was over the summer, towards the end of the summer, a lot of this shit started coming out, and, I talked about it, and so a lot of people are going to be really angry at this video who are just rabid Jimmy Dore fans or rabid, crazy left-wingers who are just conspiracy theorists at this point, are going to be mad, but I don't give a shit. So this is the truth of what happened, and don't trust Caitlyn at all for anything whatsoever.